What's going on YouTube? It's Bonafide Hippie. I'm here to talk about two things that are very important if you want to have success as an independent contractor with Schneider or with any company. Any carrier where you're going to be a lease operator, running your own truck, booking your own freight. I don't hear this the importance of this stress enough. So I'm here to talk about these two things. And first off, I want to say I'm not Jeffrey Like. I'm not that crazy guy, the YouTube channel. Those guys offer plenty of valuable information on trucking, on the industry in general, from a business perspective, which is very valuable to find people like that. And they're somewhat consistent with it. So first off, I'm not a mentor. I'm not here to do that. I'm just saying that. Getting that out of the way. Number one, where do you live? This is very important. You want to have success, where do you live? Number two, how often do you need to be home? And I'd probably prefer that as number one, because that's going to determine how much money you really make. Number one should be, how often do you need to be home? How often do you want to be home? You know, do you have a wife and kids at home? Do you have other business needs that require your time and attention? How much are you going to put into it? If you're already here or planning to come here, you're going to put 50%, put 50%. You're going to put 100%, it's going to be hard, but put 100%. Me, I put about 60 to 70%. Be honest with yourself. That's another important thing. Be honest. I'm gonna be honest with myself. I put about 60 to 70% because I have other things that require my time and attention. And I know other guys are out there like that too. And maybe they put 100% and they work their ass off. That's good. But how often do you need to be home? Once a week? Twice a week? Once every other week, once every 3 weeks is a sweet spot for guys who don't live in really populated areas, dense areas. Once every 3 weeks you're still gonna be able to generate good revenue. You're still gonna make more money than you would make as a company driver. Once every other week, you want to live in a dense area. Somewhere it's like 3 to 5 major cities within 600 miles of each other, or even like 800 miles of each other. A region, find a region. I'm not going to get into the details and tell you all these shippers and receivers and all that. I'm not here to do that. I probably shouldn't do that. First off, study, do your homework. You really want to be successful as possible, but it's up to you how much you put into it. But I mean, that's very important. The dense areas. Lived in LA, lived in Vegas. I was in Colorado, running out of Colorado. Now I live in Texas. I've been in Miami. You don't want to be in those types. You don't want to be in Miami trying to run freight. I mean, anybody who does somewhat research knows you don't want to be in Miami trying to run freight as a contractor on a load board. No. LA's not bad. Texas isn't bad. There's big cities, dense areas. Chicago, the Midwest. There's dense areas. These are dense areas with big cities. You know, Chicago, Gary, Indianapolis, and Ohio and Pennsylvania, and it just keeps stretching over. And there's just all this density with all these cities. That's what's going to provide. It's just going to be easier to run your business. You won't have to be working as hard, and it's a region. It's a region that's easy to have success in. So determine how often you need to be home. And where do you live? Do you live somewhere in some small town? You know, find someone, anyone. Find someone and just go and see. Do you see any Schneider or Interstate, whatever company you want to go, carrier you want to be in business with? Do you see their trailers there? Because if you don't see any of the trailers there, they're probably not booking any loads out of there. If you have any warehouses near you, any major companies with warehouses, see if you see any of their trailers there. That's what I did. I started driving by where I was planning on moving to and living. I said, well, damn, there's a lot of freaking trailers out here. You know, maybe I might be able to do this. I was kind of iffy at first. I didn't know if I want to get into this. And if I would make it, people said, no, you can't make it, man. You won't do it. But, you know, whatever. People are going to say that kind of stuff. So I did it anyways. I'm stubborn. But I'm not here to talk about myself like that. I just want to stress the importance of these two things, because for me, being honest with myself, I probably put about 60 to 70% into this because there are other things that require my time and attention. Other businesses, people. There's certain people you need to stay. You want to stay in relations with, whether it's business, family, friends, a girlfriend. You can make it happen, and that's what I wanted to share. So I'm gonna keep it somewhat short. I'm not gonna talk too much longer about it. Maybe I will touch a little bit more about it later and talk more about it if I really screw this video up, because it's my first video. So yeah, y'all have a good one. Take care. Subscribe, show support, do whatever, talk shit. But most importantly, take care of yourself.